At the 2025 Golden Globe Awards, Prince Harry's much-anticipated appearance turned into an uncomfortable spectacle that no one saw coming. Invited as a special guest to present a humanitarian award, the Duke of Sussex took the stage expecting applause, but instead, he was met with silence, an awkward, deafening silence that filled the star-studded room. And then, there was laughter, not the kind of warm, appreciative chuckle a speaker hopes for, but an uneasy, stifled giggle that rippled through the audience like a wave of discomfort. Harry, dressed sharply for the occasion, began his speech with confidence. He spoke about the role of celebrities in global humanitarian efforts, urging Hollywood's elite to use their influence for the greater good. But the words that were meant to inspire only seemed to alienate the crowd. His message, well-intended as it may have been, felt oddly misplaced amid the celebratory atmosphere of the Golden Globes, where actors and filmmakers gather to toast their industry's achievements, not to be lectured. Love keeping up with the British royal family? Hit subscribe and never miss a moment of royal news. It quickly became clear that Harry had misread the room. His tone, serious and impassioned, was a stark contrast to the usual light-hearted banter that dominates the Globes. Some audience members exchanged glances, while others stared at their champagne glasses, avoiding eye contact with the stage. Then came the moment that many described as the turning point. Harry, in what seemed like an unintentional self-aggrandizing remark, suggested that Hollywood could learn from his and Meghan's example when it came to philanthropy. That was when the first few chuckles were heard. They weren't loud, but they were unmistakable. People in the audience shifted in their seats. A few murmurs spread. Some attendees tried to mask their amusement, while others didn't bother. For a brief moment, it seemed as though the entire venue was collectively cringing. Harry's expression changed. Witnesses reported that his initial confidence wavered, replaced by a tight-lipped frustration. He powered through the rest of his speech, his voice carrying a hint of restrained irritation. But the damage was done. The crowd's reaction, or lack thereof, had sent a clear message. They weren't buying what he was selling. Backstage, things reportedly escalated. Sources claim that Harry was furious. He had expected admiration and applause, not an audience that met his words with silence and smirks. A Golden Globes insider later revealed that he had been visibly agitated, venting to his team about the unexpected reception. The moment was supposed to be a triumph for him, a chance to solidify his standing as a global humanitarian. Instead, it became a moment of public embarrassment. Critics were quick to weigh in. Some argued that Harry had made a fundamental miscalculation by treating the Golden Globes like a charity gala rather than an entertainment awards show. "It's not the UN General Assembly," one Hollywood columnist quipped. Others pointed out that his and Meghan's philanthropic work has been met with public skepticism for years, with many viewing their activism as performative rather than genuinely impactful. This perception, critics argue, likely played a role in the audience's reaction. On social media, reactions were mixed. Some defended Harry, praising his courage to speak on serious global issues in a room full of celebrities more interested in celebrating themselves. He was trying to bring attention to important causes, and Hollywood laughed at him. "That says more about them than it does about him," one Twitter user wrote. Others were less sympathetic. "Harry doesn't read the room. He's not a Hollywood insider. He doesn't understand how this works," another user commented. But perhaps the most telling reaction came from Hollywood itself. While a few stars privately expressed support for Harry, many simply moved on, as if the awkward moment had never happened. In an industry where image is everything, his misstep wasn't just a personal embarrassment. It was a reminder that, despite his royal title, he is still an outsider in the world of entertainment. The fallout from this incident may have wider implications for Harry and Meghan's carefully curated public image. They have spent years positioning themselves as thought leaders, humanitarians, and power players in Hollywood. But if the Golden Globes reaction is any indication, they may be struggling to find the audience they had hoped for. For Harry, this was more than just an awkward moment at an awards show. It was a reality check, a public, unscripted response that showed him exactly where he stands in the world of celebrity influence. And as he left the Golden Globes that night, reportedly avoiding eye contact with photographers, one thing was clear: this was not the reception he had expected.